It's kind of a bad.
That's okay. And I mean, we could have done it without you on the camera too, but I like to see your face. So,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right. So, thanks for booking again. It's good to see you again.
me
Um,
too.
I want to kind of get a feel for where you're at since the last time we spoke. Um,
Mhm.
so I know we talked a little bit about relationship dynamics last time, if I remember right. Usually I don't remember anything, but I know we emailed about aura, but have you been meditating? What's been going on?
Um, well, I mean, there was some stuff that came from our session, like there was like a movie to watch. There was like a scene from a movie that had been
Oh, I don't remember
mentioned
that one.
by one of my guides. Yeah, she said it was the movie like Inside Out 2. There's like a scene from it that she was saying like was like me and stuff. So yeah, I watched that and that makes sense.
Good. Good.
I meditate a little, but yeah, like yeah, I think I'm just really I am still involved in like this relationship. So I have my husband of 11 years, and then there's a man that I, I guess I call him my partner, who I've been seeing for the past almost like 10 months. And been a huge just like learning process and like just kind of surprise. Like it's a really long story about how we got here,
Oh,
but
that's okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to take up
Um
too much of your time, but I just kind of wanted to get a feel since the last time we talked. So I saw on your notes you wanted to talk about soul purpose, past lives, and message from spirit guides.
mhm,
So I set the intention for this session for your spirit guides to come through and my spirit guides, your higher self and inner children, because I know we touched on that a little bit. So
mhm,
if you're okay with it, I would like to just jump in and see what we get. And maybe you could just take a couple of deep breaths with me, kind of just
mhm.
settles everything down, okay?
Okay.
Okay. The first thing I'm being brought to is career, which is different. Um, so maybe that plays into something we'll talk about. It feels like a topic that we could go down. And since it's the first that popped in, I'm gonna just feel into it for just a second, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, so I feel like you're pretty stable with where you're at now, job-wise. I feel like when I sense into it, feels like you're okay with it. I wonder, you're not in the healthcare industry, are you? Are you in healthcare?
Uh, no, I'm in like science,
Oh,
like
okay.
research. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Mhm.
And so you would understand, I'm not sensing any like wanting to shift that right now. Would you agree with that?
Um, well, kind of.
Okay.
I I am kind of ready to move on, but I have like a personal project that I've worked a long time on, and I want to see that through.
Okay, okay. So you got some little side stuff going on. I love that for you. I think that's very healthy. Okay, well, let me see where they're going with this. Just one second.
Yeah.
Okay, so just as soon as I tune back in, I feel this immediate like stay where you're at energy. I don't
Okay.
know, like as far as how you earn your income, okay? So I want to
Okay.
say, just for now, obviously that could change in the future, but I feel like for now, stay where you're at. There's a reason why you're there. That's just what I'm sensing. Now with the
Okay.
psychic thing, um, can you kind of tell me what that's about? And we can see the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a project that like I've worked on for several years and like there's no guarantee it's gonna work. And it's everything hinges on that. Like I'm pretty close to like figuring that out at this point. It's taken a long time to get to this point, but like I could very well have gotten here and like it won't work. So that's a huge stress is like I would like to know like is it going to work or not?
Okay.
Um yeah.
Okay, let me see if they can kind of fill me in, give me some clues on that. Okay. Okay, so they're giving me a couple of different things there. Um, I also feel like the side thing is based in science as well. Would you understand that?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. So, they gave me a couple of things of like, oh crap. One of them was Thomas Edison's thousand ways to, he learned a thousand ways how to not build a light bulb.
Mhm.
So there, that would be a metaphor for even if it didn't work out, you still learned some things along the way. I think that's the message behind that. Um, I'm not getting like a yes or no answer right off the bat. There was a second thing though, so let me see if I can get it back. Hang on. What was the other thing? Oh, as you were talking, I got book, write a book, like about whatever this is. Isn't that weird? So
Yeah.
I think even I don't want to say it will work out or it won't. I can tune back in to see if we can get a clearer answer, but I want to say that it may be a stepping stone to something else. And so
Hmm.
as you were talking, I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up writing a book about whatever this side project is. And so
Hmm.
but let me see if they can give me like a yes or no, like, is this actually gonna work uh,
Okay.
the way you want it to? Okay.
Hmm.
I have a good feeling about it. I really do. Um, this is something that must have taken years. It feels like it's been a long-term project. Um,
Yes.
I feel good about it. And I've tested like with my spirit guides what a yes feels like in my body and what a no feels like in my body. And I gotta say that
Mhm.
it feels like a yes to me, okay? So
Okay.
hope that works out for you. Maybe at the end you can fill me in on what it is. But I am feeling good about it. So I feel like a positive outcome is gonna come when it in regards to that, okay?
That would be awesome because the ultimate goal is to publish it. So maybe that has to do with like a book.
Oh, okay. That would kind
Mhm.
of play into that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me keep going and maybe we can get some more information. No, I do want to ask this. Do you work with crystals at all?
No.
Interesting. Okay. Um, I mean, everything is energy, right? And I just think they can assist with like our manifestations and what we want to bring into our lives, right? And so with you, if you're open to it, you don't have to, but I just get the sense that like I specifically on the topic of manifesting for some reason, and I don't know how much you know about manifesting, but I feel like you could really benefit from a manifestation crystal. And I don't even know like what kind that would be. But I think just like Googling manifestation crystal and then see what you feel pulled to, it's like a subtle magnetic pull. I think this
Okay.
may help just improve your life with what you want to bring in, okay?
Okay.
This is interesting. They keep giving me, I believe I have your guides here communicating through me. They keep giving me like, you have some sort of information that needs to be shared with others. So I don't know if we're referring to like a spirituality aspect or if we're talking about the side project. So let me keep going. Maybe they can give me more specifics. Okay, I believe this is based in spirituality. And then I just got this feeling of like a plethora of lives for you. Do you
Really?
do you feel like an old soul?
Um, I do not know. Like I could and I couldn't.
Okay, so it
That
could go
makes
either
sense.
way for you.
Hmm.
I don't know. I when I tune in with you, it feels like they brought up this movie I watched today. It was called Infinite. And it was about it's Mark Wahlberg, and it was about reincarnation. And he had memories of his past lives, so it's funny that they brought that up. Um,
Hmm.
but it was like all this knowledge that needs to be shared with others. So I'm just
Hmm.
that there. Maybe we can keep going into that. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is weird. I just saw a praying mantis. Um, Let me get clarification on what this means. This is interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna say about this is that it's either a metaphor for something or you were a praying mantis in a past. Okay, so that would be another thing that maybe might benefit, like looking up the spiritual meaning of a praying mantis, or keep your eyes out. You may see that. You may see a praying mantis. And
Hmm.
then as I feel like I'm blending with you as well. And to me, you feel kind of like you have an analytical side. You have like a logical side as well, which means that you're a pretty good balance of logical and spiritual. I don't know if you would describe yourself that way. Um,
Well, I only started like exploring the spiritual stuff like a couple years ago, and I've been really into it ever since. And
okay.
yeah, like I immediately kind of started noticing things. Like as soon as I like asked for like a sign, I got one and things like that. Like it was just like right there.
Yeah.
Um, but that's a newer thing in my life. Yeah.
Okay, okay. It sounds like a spiritual awakening to me. It also sounds like, well, anytime somebody awakens and is curious about spirituality, there's a reason for that, right? Like, I think it's not a coincidence that we chose to be alive right now. And
Hmm.
I don't know if you know anything about astrology. I know like this much about astrology, but Pluto is about to go into Aquarius, and Pluto stays in the same sign for like 30 years or something crazy. So it reminds me of that song, The Age of Aquarius. You know that song?
Hmm. Hmm.
We're shifting into, um, I just think that the world is shifting. I think people are waking up in more and more numbers, and um, I just think it's a really cool time to be alive right now. So I just want to say that. Um, and then we'll keep going, okay? Yeah, so you're probably a really good manifester. You could probably like write down things that you want, specifics, and then our intentions are really powerful. So you could just I bet you just like think about something and then you see it the next day, or uh you think of someone and then they text you. Like you may have that ability. Well, everybody can manifest. We get in our own way. Okay. So,
Hmm.
like it's difficult for me. I've been working on things. I made a vision board, but everything that I put on it has come true. So I think we're more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And
Hmm.
I just want to put that in your brain because I think,
Okay.
yeah, I think you could do a lot of cool things if you put your mind to it. So
Okay.
let me keep going. And feel free to hop in and ask questions whenever you want, okay?
I mean, I am really curious about like what my purpose is this time, like this incarnation.
Yeah, yeah. And okay, well let me feel into it first and then we can talk a little bit more about that. Okay. Um Interesting. So this is so interesting. They're using a lot of like insect images with me right now, which is different. Um I don't know if you ever like studied insects or if you feel drawn to certain kinds of insects, but they gave me like a butterfly, and I believe it's a metaphor for transformation. So I think, yeah, you're going through a transformation right now, and it's slow. That's what they're saying.
Mhm.
It's slow.
Okay.
And so it doesn't, when you think of transformation, you think of like, I'm a different person. But for you, it's much slower. Why?
Hmm.
It feels like, oh, this is interesting. Timed release. That's interesting. So, all things happen in divine timing, and it's almost like the plan has already been laid out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's already a plan in place for you. And so maybe they can tell me what's next. What's next for her? Okay. They want you to keep building the energy between you and your spirit guides via the signs, via synchronicities. Have you started seeing repeating numbers yet?
Um, no, other than today's date.
Okay. Okay. Well, that counts. That
I
counts.
noticed that just today, but
Yeah, you may have times where you look at the clock and it's 11:11, or you see a license plate and it's got 888 on it. That's another sign that you're awakening. Um, and I wonder, oh, so that's why they brought you here to me.
oh,
That makes a lot of sense because your spirit guides can actually nudge you to make decisions that will benefit you and that will push you along on the plan. And I want to say your plan is already written out. And so it cannot be rushed, is what I want to say. And so what does she do now, though? Keep going, just keep going, keep exploring. Um, There's a reason why you're here with me now. There's a reason why you're interested in spirituality and why you've awakened in this life. Oh, but this isn't your first life that you've been awake in. I really either think you were an insect or you have an insect spirit guide. Okay.
whoa,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
they
so
keep
weird.
saying it to me over and over again. So just keep that in mind. I hope you like don't have insects in your house after this, but
Yeah, no
you may
kidding.
see you may see some synchronicities with certain insects, okay? And
Okay.
um you'll know the difference. Like it'll feel like it, I don't know, how do I describe it when you see a sign? It's like, I don't know, it's like a knowing. It's like a deeper than what it appears to be. Okay, so that's what I want to say about the signs. Okay, what else? Have you ever thought about working with kids?
No.
Isn't that weird? That's
Yeah.
way out of left field. Let me let me feel into that and see if that's not just something random. And you're like not writing a children's book or anything, right?
No.
Weird.
I don't even have kids.
Yeah, that's okay. No, and that could be for somebody else. That's fine. Sometimes when I'm channeling, it's open to everything. And so
Mhm.
don't just take that with a grain of salt, okay? Of course, if you're interested in that, obviously go that route, but I don't know if that's for you. That's interesting. Okay, let me keep going. I think you really have a capacity to for tranquility or meditation. I know I'm gonna drive home the meditation again, just because I feel like you're someone who could benefit from it. I think
Yeah.
um I think you're pretty good at quieting your mind already. You feel pretty calm to me, so um what about the meditation though? So you could literally do what I do, is what they're saying. Um, what? And it just builds the connection between you and your spirit guides. So, and I'm not talking about like, an hour, 30 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, couple times a week. You could start there and set the intention to connect with your spirit guides. And the more you do that, the more they will communicate back with you. Okay. And they have this like bird's eye perspective of your life and what your soul set out to do. You can even set the intention to connect with your higher self, and your higher self will also communicate with you. So what else? And we've got, let me see, 9 minutes. So I'm gonna get a couple more things and then we'll wrap it up, okay?
Okay.
Oh, this is interesting. They just gave me this visual of a chessboard, and it's like you're the piece and strategy. So with chess, you have to think 5 moves ahead, and you're the piece, and they're moving you in the right position to fulfill your sole purpose in this life. Now, I do want
Mhm.
to say that purposes can change and that we can have more than one. Okay. I want to
Okay.
say, have you ever been interested in like energy work?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay. It could be something for you to just do a little bit research about, maybe get some books to read in your free time. Um, but your spirit guides are like placing you in the correct place on the chessboard. That's an interesting visual they gave me. But that doesn't tell her anything. Okay. Okay. They keep giving me feelings and I have to put words to it. Okay, so they just gave me um trust. It was in all caps across my forehead, trust.
Wow.
And then they gave me a feeling of what it felt like when I discovered mediumship. And they said, she'll know. So it's all about what makes your heart flutter, what makes your soul light up, and that you'll know by the feeling in your body what to follow. So I want to say follow your heart, follow your excitement, follow your curiosity within the realm of spirituality, okay?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
they're leading you like a chess piece. They're lining you up to
Mm-hmm.
do a checkmate. Okay? That's really cool.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry, and I know that's like it doesn't give you anything to do, but I think you'll know.
okay.
I think it'll make you feel like excited and like ravenous to learn more about it. Okay, so I want you to just keep that there. Also, I don't want to pigeonhole you into something just because a medium said, "Oh, you should do energy work." You know what I mean? I don't want you to go into something that doesn't light your soul on fire, okay?
Are you talking about like doing it or receiving it?
Um, Both. I think it should start with research, and if
Mm.
that interests you, maybe get some books on it, and then I mean you can't hurt to have energy work. Reiki
Mm-hmm.
will change your life. And it's energy work is not just Reiki. It's energy work is like a whole umbrella of things. And I think you're an energy worker, is what I want to say.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. So if you ever wanted to explore Reiki and there's like just under Reiki, there's like a gazillion different kinds of Reiki. So energy
Mhm.
work is a huge general topic, okay? Uh,
Mhm.
oh, I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I've been frozen for a while.
Sorry, I'm like looking everywhere except at you, but okay.
It's okay.
Well, yeah, I think I want to say that it will reveal itself. And
Wow.
um, text me. And do you have my number? Let me
No.
or email me if you have anything happen with the insects. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So it was it just butterflies and praying mantises or just like everything?
So I think praying mantis is going to be one for you.
Mhm.
It's either going to be a sign or you've been a praying mantis before, um,
Mhm.
or it's a spirit guide. Okay. So just let me know if you see them. The butterfly was a metaphor for me for transformation. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank
So
you so much.
yeah, of course. Of
This was
course.
so fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time. I never know what's going to happen. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that would be fun.
but I'm so curious. I want to know what the side project is.
Well, like you mean like my science thing?
Yeah, like all of it. Like what do you do? And then what's the thing? I want to know what was the thing that you hope works out.
So it's so like obscure. It's just like so I do research and we study sea anemones and like I'm trying to develop like a genetic tool that would like allow us to insert like large pieces of DNA in their genome.
Oh, cool.
And that would just help us do research like way better. It's something that like would impact like, believe it or not, more than like the whole community. There's a whole community of people who
That's cool.
study. Yeah, so it's been a good like it's a big undertaking, but there's no guarantee it's gonna work. But I am kind of near the point of like figuring that out.
Okay.
And if it is like a failure, that will like suck, but I will at that point like move on
Right.
with my
Yeah,
but it
that's
you
interesting.
told me you had a good feeling and back in February I actually did a tarot reading. I had like yeah, there was a woman doing tarot and it got brought up with her too and she said not to give up on it.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
don't know.
That's interesting. And so is that what you do for work or
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
so I'm a research technician at a research institute and I've worked there almost 20 years and I it is a like incredible place to work. I'm just kind of sick of going to the same place for 20 years, but
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. There's no real reason to leave. I mean, I have like amazing everything at this point. I'm just kind of sick of doing the same thing.
I
So,
hear you. Yeah. I think about that could be the building up the side things, the spirituality, learning. You need to
yeah.
activate your brain in a different way, because you've been doing
Yeah.
the thing. Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, Zoom is about to kick us off, but I really appreciate you and I hope you got something from this and let me know if anything happens with the insects. Actually,
I
let
will.
me know if any of it comes to fruition because I love the feedback, okay?
Okay. Sounds good. I will.
All right. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. All right. Thanks so
And
much.
do you want the email, the recording?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll email it to you.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Good
All
night.
right. Good night.